Passwordless authentication allows users to log in without entering a password. Instead, they receive a unique, time-limited link via email or another secure channel that logs them in instantly. This method eliminates the need for users to remember complex passwords and reduces the risk of password-related security breaches. In this video, we'll walk through implementing a passwordless authentication system in Laravel without relying on third-party packages. So let's dive in. We'll begin by using the Laravel Breeze and Blade Starter Kit, which will automatically scaffold our application with the necessary routes, controllers, and views for user registration and authentication. We'll be using an email delivery platform called MailTrap, as it's both free and user-friendly for email testing. If you don't have an account yet, create one. Once done, obtain the SMTP credentials and add them to your application's .env file. Save the file, then generate a new random encryption key. First, create a PHP file called loginlink.php inside the app/mail directory using the PHP artisan make:\mail. Loginlink --markdown equals emails.login-link command. Then make the following changes. Save the file. The --markdown equals emails.login-link option generated a corresponding markdown template called login-link.blade.php inside the resources/views/emails directory. Open this file and make the following changes. Save the file. Next, generate a migration file using the PHP artisan make migration add login token to users table command. This file will be created in the database/migrations directory. Open the file and make the following changes. Save the file. Next, run the migration using the PHP artisan migrate command. The login token and login token created at columns should now be added to the users table. Next, open the app/models/user.php file and add both the login token and login token created at fields to the fillable array, and also add just the login token created at field to the casts array and set its value to datetime. Save the file. Next, create a PHP file called logincontroller.php inside the app/http/controllers/auth directory using the PHP artisan make:\controller auth \logincontroller command. Open the file and make the following changes. Import various Laravel classes and components to handle authentication and mailing. Display the login page when a user navigates to the login route. Then create a login method that receives an HTTP request and will handle the process of generating a passwordless login token. Validate the email field. Attempt to find a user in the users table whose email matches the one provided in the request. If the user exists, generate a random 60-character token. Save the generated token and the current timestamp to the user's record in the database. Generate a temporary signed URL, which includes the user's email and a token that expires in 15 minutes. The root login.token will be used later to validate and authenticate the user via this link. Send an email containing the login link to the user using the mail facade. The login link mailable class will handle the formatting of the email, including the generated URL. If the process succeeds, redirect the user back with a status message indicating that the login link has been sent. If no user is found with the provided email, return an error message stating, "No user found with this email address." Next, create an authenticate token method that will be used to validate a login token and authenticate a user in a passwordless authentication flow. Check if the login URL has a valid signature. Laravel uses signed routes to prevent tampering, so if the signature is invalid or expired, the request will be rejected. If the signature is invalid, return a 401 unauthorized error with the message, "Invalid or expired login link." Search the user's table for a record matching the email passed in the request, the login token from the request, and a login token created at timestamp that is within the last 15 minutes. If a user is found with these criteria, continue the process. If a valid user is found, log the user in. Once authenticated, set the user's login token and login token created at to null in order to prevent the token from being used again. Update the user record. Then redirect the user to their intended destination. If no intended URL is set, it defaults to /dashboard. If no valid user is found, redirect the user back to the login page with an error message, "Invalid login link." Save the file. Next, define the necessary routes in your routes/web.php file. Save the file. Then, open the routes/auth.php file and comment out the default get and post login routes that are included with Laravel Breeze by default. Save the file. Finally, open the PHP file called login.blade.php inside the resources/views/auth directory and make the following changes. Save the file. Now let's test our application flow. The user enters their email address on the login page. If the email exists in the system, a unique token is generated and stored in the database along with its creation time. A signed URL containing this token is generated and emailed to the user. The user clicks the link in their email, which brings them back to the site. The system verifies the link's signature and the token's validity, then logs the user in if everything checks out. The token is then nullified to prevent reuse. Passwordless authentication offers a blend of security and user-friendliness that's hard to beat. By implementing this system in Laravel, you're not only enhancing your application's security, but also providing a smoother user experience. Remember, while this implementation is a great starting point, always consider your specific use case and any additional security measures you might need to implement, like rate limiting to prevent abuse. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe for more videos like this.